Ms. Finsel would like to take over, that would be wonderful.
We very much appreciate the invitation to participate today. And so admittedly, ONAC, or the Oklahoma Native Assets Coalition, is not working on gentrification issues as a priority. But we were invited today to talk about community economic development and our work in rural communities, but also with kind of a silent majority of urban Indians as well. And I was going to just start off by briefly telling you a little bit about our coalition, and then some of our work to kind of level the asset playing field for some more equitable community development. So we are a Native-led nonprofit. We are a grassroots organization. We started in 2007 with the support of First Nations Development Institute, and from there, we're working with them in a fiscal sponsor relationship, and then eventually we became a 501c3 in 2014. We're one of 4 Native asset building coalitions or working groups that exist in the United States. And because there are so many needs and fewer groups, we find that while we're focused in Oklahoma, a lot of other tribal communities also, express interest in either participating in our webinars or peer learning calls or attending our conference. We are available to serve, as mentioned, the 39 federally recognized tribes in Oklahoma and Native nonprofits. And our goal is to try to increase the numbers of sustainable asset building programs in the state. By these programs, we mean financial education programs, credit builder, credit repair, children's savings accounts, individual development accounts, family emergency savings, etc. And we award many grants to help try to support those efforts. We also provide free training and technical assistance to our constituents. We try to provide some networking, professional development opportunities, and so forth. So we think that some of the learning and the kind of innovations that are occurring, while they really could be shared with other tribal communities, we think that they also might be very valuable to cities and states and at the federal level too. So just to kind of give some examples and a little bit about our framework for Native asset building, this kind of is key. So in terms of kind of equitable community development, it starts with how we frame assets. So we don't talk about assets just as money. We talk about assets as sovereignty and native language, also as community and family, jobs, natural resources, etc. And so from that framework, we try to provide our constituents with the support and the resources to help them take mainstream asset building tools and then customize them in their local communities and make them work. We think that there's better buy-in when the worldviews match how we do the program design. And so, for example, we have submitted administrative policy guidance requests to Tribal TANF, and we've asked, could they possibly expand the list of approved asset purchases for a Tribal TANF-funded individual development account? And we solicited feedback from Tribal TANF staff, and the list was broad. There were over 25 requests. And they ranged everything from septic systems and solar panels and food trucks for small businesses to regalia so that Native citizens can participate in their traditional dances, and also ceremony costs for those training to be medicine men. So it was a really broad list. With the Native-specific financial education booklets we've generated for our children's savings account program, we included an exercise in there where we asked the youth to draw what is of value to them. And we are then kind of taking that a step further, and then with some of our account opening sessions, we've had art supplies there, and the youth have been drawing what they think is important. They draw pictures of homes, Native people getting jobs and graduating, their families, food. And we're taking these pieces of art and we're going to put them in a calendar talking about asset building throughout the year from a Native perspective, and kind of trying to go from there. So that's one model where there's this kind of good cultural fit, we think. And then another one is thinking about food sovereignty and linking those to children's savings accounts. So our hope is soon to open some accounts with grandparents raising grandchildren, and then have that conversation about traditionally how did we view assets in our community and our family, and then going from there and there are some tribal seed banks in Oklahoma. I know my tribe, Osage, has one, Pawnee does, and these seed banks have heirloom seeds that have been around for over 100 years. So how do we grow seeds and kind of keep building up that seed bank? And how do we also then take some non-heirloom seeds like kitchen sink seeds for vegetables that you'd find, and then kind of work on the food sovereignty piece too, so being able to give some guidance and some resources for home gardens. So these are kind of the directions that we're taking, and we're excited to see where we're going. We have funding for over 600 children's savings accounts. Since December of last year, we've opened almost 200, and we'll continue to open the rest through April of 2018. And so I think I'll stop there for a second, but just to say that we're trying to take these mainstream tools and then kind of integrate them with two-generation approaches and ways that have good relevance for our local community as a means of building community economic development. Thank you.